now on paintballwebcast.com.
This is not a car, guys. Stay tuned to see what the Millennium Series has got me doing next.
With over 10 million participants, paintball has taken over one of the top spots for an extreme sport after skateboarding and inline skating. Now played on over 104 countries across the globe, paintball has become an over $500 million industry, with more than 5 million paintball players and tons of new participants playing every day. PaintballWebcast.com selected some of the sport's most amazing professionals in the paintball community to review the attitude and character that is inspiring this amazing sport.
I'm Shelley Farmer.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Steve Rapikoff here with Paintball Webcast.
Hey guys, Nick Slovak here. I'll be one of your commentators, analysts for Paintball Webcast.
My name is Maurice van den Aker.
Zero, GK Paris, like I said, they're already 1-0 for the event, I believe, is what Pev said.
Yeah, they are. And so that's good. As we see some negotiations going on downstairs on who's allowed to go where and what. But that's normal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's too bad it can't be on us to decide.
Yeah, you know, and it's another thing about this format. It's kind of tough because you don't really have you never know how much time you're going to have in order to get your 5 guys out there. It could be 3 minutes, could be a minute 30, you know.
Yes.
It could be 30 seconds, really, essentially. So getting your guys cleaned up and getting a good game plan on paper is really important.
As we see Trash, they haven't really been in it. And, don't forget, as GK Paris lost the first player off the break. And, of course, this game is brought to you by GI Sports. And by saying that, commentator's curse, Dorito 1 gets clipped from outrage, outrage. So that makes it
let's
fun.
just call it outrage, you know. Outrage.
Okay.
Because the only people who call it outrage are the French, and you're speaking English, so the French guys are, you know, they're like, what is he doing? He's speaking a little bit of French, a little bit of English, but I understand. Outrage. Valence. Where's Valence?
Valence.
Oh, sorry.
Valencia would be in Spain then, because
That's right.
it's Valence, and it's like, what is it, 200, 300 kilometers between Lyon and Marseille, to the south? Southern team.
Oh, the southern team.
Yeah. A lot of French teams are southern teams. Vision is southern, Icon is southern, Tauntaun is southern, they're all southern French teams.
We're northeastern.
Yeah.
Actually, the team, the Polar Bears are from a town called Tarko Saleh, which is north of Siberia. As a matter of fact, yeah.
That is so cool.
Why does anybody live out there? Oh, there you go, Nick Sloviak on your screen, shooting down that snake tape, holding it down. It's like a 2-on-1 battle on that side of the field. As you see from the eye in the sky right here, Outrage moving into Snake 2.
I got you on that one.
You did. I'm just trying to
blend
be,
in with the local
multilingual. But it looks like Outrage actually has the whole Dorito tape to themselves. You can see on your screen right here. He's making a move across the field. It just seems like it might be Nick in the corner, which makes it a 4-on-1.
He lives for those.
There he is. Well, he died on that one. He died on that one.
So, and of course, the funny thing was, when we're talking about Marcelo Margot, is of course that he was playing for Offenbach coming at you, but since he changed to Dynasty now.
Wasn't he playing in the SPL, I thought, in the last event?
No.
So he was playing on Offenbach.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so that's an unfortunate thing. No, he can't come because now he's not sponsored by Dye anymore, so he's not allowed to play on the Offenbachen. So, and because of the rules, he's not allowed to move on to any other team. You know, so it's kind of an unfortunate thing. There should be something in the rules where if the captains on each team allow it, you know, because it really doesn't affect us in any way if he played on another team. I mean, obviously I don't want to play against him, but maybe he should be able to play on an SPL team or something. Because it is unfortunate if teams were to trade, or players were to trade teams, and then they can't, like in the U.S., and that affects them sponsorship-wise, contractually over here. So there is that Thomas Taylor? Who's that right there on your screen? Yep, Thomas Taylor.
Yeah.
Getting some action out in Europe right now. Ditching the Mohawk, as everybody has seen.
And ditching the pod at the same time.
Ditching a pod and a Mohawk. Well, the Mohawk went a little little earlier.
I just spoke with Thomas over in the pit a couple minutes right before the match started, and he said he was pretty excited to be here because, he wanted to, with the lack of playing in the States right now, with everything that's been going on, he felt like coming here would keep his skills up and keep him kind of motivated.
Yeah, man, it's huge. There's that big gap. It's kind of like our mini off season because there really wasn't anything to do because we had already set our own personal schedules. And with clinics and everything that we do. But then after that, like once those things got shifted around, there was no way to book anything that quick in advance, you know? So we're really just kind of practicing or hanging out, taking a little vacation. I've been doing a lot of sailing, things like that.
And of course, you've been doing some charity work.
Well, that's, I'm going to get to that here on the break. But we're working on some big charity work here for the sailing charity. As soon as Chad George or Thomas Taylor gets down that snake and finishes the game. But Greg Stewart's, watch this. See you later.
Wow.
Yeah. So it looks like one guy left for Offenblocken, sitting in snake 1, which is a tough place to be when you're a one guy with 3 GI guys. And there comes Thomas down the tape. Yeah. So yeah, I have a little bit of charity work that I've been kind of putting together. I don't know if both of you guys know exactly what it is, or obviously the viewers at home. So I've been sailing a lot, and I've been putting together this trip, this really long sailing trip as a kind of an adventure. Going to film it, make a big video out of it. But because of our paintball schedules and whatnot, there's no way to sail to and from the points because we just don't have enough time.
Right.
Plus, we don't. It's a lot of work. So. With a lot of the trips that I've been doing, I've been kind of trying to do my best to kind of give back. And like we brought a bunch of school supplies and things like that when I did Africa. And I donated a bunch of my hiking stuff when I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. So what we're going to do is there was a hurricane last September that really devastated a bunch of fishing villages and tourism and stuff. So we're going to sail our boat down and donate it to one of the villages and stuff. These fishing communities in I think it's Puerto San Carlos.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a really cool thing. So we get to do what we want to do. Right. At the end of the day, the sailboat's a sailboat. I can always get another one, and it's really helping out some people. So I've been talking with some charities down there with Project Mexico and stuff, and with Tony Perez has helped me out with talking to people.
Tony's a good guy.
Yeah, so
it sounds like you're trying to basically you're able to have some experiences in life that you're doing, and now you're able to share those experiences somehow with people who could benefit from it.
Exactly.
Whether it's your hiking supplies.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Said,
because I can always, and we're fortunate enough to be able to afford these leisures and these things in life, and there's people that do need our help when we do these things. So it's really important to kind of give back to these things, and that's kind of what our mission statement was when I wrote. I set up an Indiegogo campaign, which you can find on my Facebook and stuff. And that's really what we're trying to do is gain some support from the industry and our fans and families and friends in order to help fund it. And now, when I say fund it, what I mean is we need to be able to buy the necessary supplies to get down there safely because the boat's not open ocean safe at the moment.
Right.
So if we took off right now, you wouldn't see me ever again. I don't think. He either luckily washed up on a beach or.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there who don't want to hear that. So,
so help us out, man.
Yeah. So tell us some more after this match here.
Yeah.
So 1-1, GK Paris getting into the snake. That last point was really. Whoa, running up the center. Oh boy, that could be a penalty. The refs. Some of these moves are so quick that the refs can't really see it. I mean, that should have been a 1-for-1 just because, as of our view, we saw that snake guy just shooting him. There's no way he got to a 1 point.
Oh. But I think.
But we've all been there before, though. We've been at that end of the gun.
I've been on both sides. Yeah.
Both sides. Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah.
I took an extra step or two.
Yeah.
But it's all right because it looks like.
Oh. Another.
Payback. Ouch. That's also another thing. You're in the snake, you're posted down the tape, you think we're doing great, and next thing you know, it's 4-on-1.
And they're coming for you.
It's like you've gone dark, and you come back out, and it's like, what just happened?
Either the flag's already been hung, and you're the bozo crawling down the snake.
Yeah, exactly. You've been there, done that, too.
Yeah, exactly. When the snake was on the show tape, of course, you're thinking you're trucking down there.
Well, you were the one, we saw that one where you were against 2 guys, and instead of him going to get you, and he had somebody to protect him, you just went and shot both of them in the last point in the last game.
There we go.
And we were like, hey, how did you do?
Well,
and with Justin, with Rab, we said, well, that's exactly the guy should have done what Ryan's doing now. And you had the smart thing. You heard him probably.
Right.
And then you probably went, you know what? Okay, I'll come and get you. Mm-hmm. And then and the back player at the same time went for you. So you're like, okay, that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, it's tough it's a tough thing to pull out like that. You just really got to. It's a handful of luck with a little bit of who knows what.
Oh, and Offenbach getting a kill.
There we go. Offenbach's got 2 kills now.
3.
So it is 5-on-2 right now. Looks like we could get a point for our buddies from Offenbach coming at you.
Looks like GI didn't like this. Looked like the side. They didn't like the side switch. You know, they switched sides and come out, and Offenbach was ready.
The sides are, you know, I know they try to mirror them up as best they can, but you know what really gets you are these are the little flaps that come down from the Medusas. Those things are there's something off on each side where it blocks this crucial shot. But it looks like it is now 3-on-2. GI just scored this side of the field. They might be able to bring this back to a 5-on-2. That's when your coach is really just biting his fingernails and his tongue, I suppose.
As you're looking on Sleshnikov.
He's a big guy. I think he's, what, he's 6'3", 6'2"? What is that in meters?
180, 185?
185 centimeters. That's what we got right there, everybody. So a 3-on-2 right now. Chad George. Is that Chad George in the back center? And then little Slishnikov. Sergey playing huge in that thing too. Ooh, Chad making it outside. Oh, did they shoot Sergey out of there? All right, so it's a 3-on-1 right now. I see a guy in the Offenbachen's got this guy right here on your screen in the M. Chad George is in the Dorito 2 on the other side of the field. Offenbachen's also got this guy right here who has no clue what's going on.
That's what I was thinking.
He's shooting straight ahead right now, and there's no one there. So he doesn't know. I think he's shooting at his own guy.
I think so too.
Which would explain the point differential you have right here. Usually when you're shooting at your own guy. So what it is, and this is an issue for a lot of guys when you know people are viewing at home, just kind of figuring out what's going on in the field, is you know you really got to communicate with your teammates, because right now it went from a 5-on-2 to a 3-on-2. Now it's just a 2-on-1, and it's 2 individual 1-on-1 games that are happening out here. And I know that's a lot of mathematics to go through right now in your head, but what's happening is each one of these Offenbach guys are playing Chad George by themselves, which makes it really difficult to win rather than playing together. So Offenbach has the 50M and the snake corner.
It'd have been nice if we had our top view camera we normally have.
Okay.
But this event, because of this grass, they won't allow us to put the boom lift on the grass to lift up our camera in the air. And that gives us that bird's eye view on top. Yeah. So this event's the only event this year we don't have that eye in the sky, basically. But that eye in the sky lets us.
So here you go. This is a good angle. Yeah. So you see you right here on your screen, number 22 is battling. There you go. Now he kind of just figured it out. So now he's going to come up closer. But what he really needs to do is get the pressure on him. You need to put pressure on Chad George and just not stop shooting. So if he just continues to shoot.
Oh, and it makes it 1-on-1.
Oh my God, how did he miss him? And he's out of paint right here. Chad is just going to school him right now. So this is a pretty good game. It's a pretty interesting game. You know, that guy got up there, waited so long to make that move on him.
You got to give him credit. He really wanted that point for his team. He didn't want to leave the field with 0.
Yeah,
you know?
Chad George just won a 3-on-1, and then the guy I think got a penalty for hitting the buzzer. That is one kind of funny thing, is if you hit that buzzer and you have that hit on you, for instance, as you're going for it, you're kind of in that moment, and you get shot going for the buzzer, it's a penalty, dirty hang penalty.
But it's again, Chad George did a great job. He realized, he turned around instead of just moving forward, because a lot of people think automatically I'll just run to the other side, hit to the other side of the field. They're not thinking defense. They're not thinking I got to stop that point. Is really what had to happen.
Right. Well, that's the other thing, is he's up on points, so he can afford that little bit of extra time.
But the error again came from the guy in the back. I mean, I still don't understand, why did you go there? I mean, you should have gone to this side.
And why'd you wait so long to even figure this out? There was a lot of mistakes made by that number 22 guy, and then he went up there and just left his leg hanging out. So, Outrage Valance against GK Paris. It's 2-1 on your screen. GK Paris, the breakout. I love this camera angle right here too. That's a really good camera.
As GK lose one off the break.
Nick Sloviak on your screen. Doing a lot of work for him.
But GK still moving. They lost the first body, but hey, they're already up in the Dorito 2 and in the stand-up can.
Just a reminder for everybody at home, GK is coming from the left on your screen. They've switched sides.
And this game, of course, is brought to you by GI Sports.
GK is the team in blue. Outrage is the team in red on your screen right now. A little overhead. Nick Sloviak holding it down on the snake side and the furthest out in that little temple. We have one guy in the center. GK, 2 up on the Dorito side, or Outrage 2 up on the Dorito side. One back center shooting snake way. Another guy mirrored up with Nick Sloviak right there on your screen. And that's their breakout. I don't know, do they have a 5th guy somewhere? Gonna get the camera pan. It might be 4-on-4.
Ooh, I think that was a loader hit. Yeah. Top of the loader.
Top of the loader. Nick Sloviak filling out to that corner. This corner is really, really important. This corner is such a good bunker on the field, and it's so difficult. This is one of the things that we're struggling with, is explaining to our guys how to play it properly, that is. The language barrier really gets ahead of us. So we're gonna get a little action right here. Oh, a little bunk job.
Yeah, that was the big question I was going to ask you also, was because I noticed earlier when you were playing, you're trying to communicate with your guys in the pits about what to do and what your plan is. I mean, is it really hard?
It is really difficult because we have a lot of stuff going on. Kevin's coaching and trying to figure out what's going on in the game that we're going to play next, because he's watching the other guys. Then he has to get the information from Oliver and I, because when he's watching the game, he can see what Pasha and Yuri and the guys on the snake side are doing. So he knows where they're struggling and what's going on, but what he doesn't get the information from is from mine and Oliver's side. And, I hate to say it, but there is a level of priority. He has to prioritize whose information is the most important. Right. And first he's going to talk to the guys, A, who speak English, and B, who have the most experience. Yeah. And we have the most experience, so we're trying to give him information. The other guys are like, hey, I'm getting bounced going to the corner. He's like, yeah, I know you're getting bounced, but that has to come through 3 people. One person who speaks English to translate it over here to get back to Kevin, and it's like, these guys are.
And that guy.
I'm surprised he didn't take a friend with him.
Me too. Obvious hit.
Yeah. So it looks like but it looks like he has just lost bodies wholesale right now. Looks like here comes the 1-for-1. There's the buddy.
There's the buddy coming.
Oh, man.
Gee, I just wanted to wrap this up and call it a day, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's a real quick.
That was a real quick point.
A quick game.
Yeah, well, 5-0.
5-0.
So when's the goal for the trip?
So we're shooting for basically 30 days from now, June 9th, because you can't really postpone it any further because it's hurricane season down there.
Right.
So it makes it even more dangerous, obviously.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
So the beginning of summer, which is the day we're going to get back from the Ohio NXL, we're going to set sail the next day. Now, the only way we're going to be able to set sail is if we reach our goal. And with all the safety equipment and the stuff we need to raise around $8,000, which will pay for everything. So we have like all these cool perks on there. Like you can buy like, you get shout outs in our video. You get shout outs on like social media, or you can buy like, you can put your name, you can put PEV on the side of our boat, for a thing. Or we have these really cool shirts made. Yeah, so there's some cool perks out there. Or if you just want to help out by throwing in like $5 or $10, you can do whatever you want. And
do you have a website or
yeah,
something?
So it's on my Facebook or on my fan page, just Ryan Greenspan. Or if you go to Indiegogo.com, you can type in Sailing for a Cause. That's the name of our account.
Okay.
It's Sailing for a Cause. And we have a full mission statement on there. It explains who we are, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and where it's going to.
Okay.
There's also a cheesy little video that Scott and I shot. But you get to actually see our boat. You get to go inside the boat. You get to see what it needs. You're going to look at the electrical system and be like, okay, yeah, these guys cannot go anywhere in the condition that it's in. But again, it's a great boat. It sails just fine. It just needs the safety. It needs navigation, depth finder, radar. It needs lights. It needs electrical. It needs an anchor. Like there's just the list goes on. And the idea that we got this from for this Indiegogo campaign is because on my Snapchats and my social media, I'm always posting things when Scott and I are sailing, and kids are just like, dude, it's so funny watching you guys. You guys are hilarious because it's me yelling at Scott, then Scott yelling at me, and hoist the sails and put me into the wind. There's all these. It's just such a like a reality television show. Like it's hilarious. So I got the idea, and I was like, why don't we film it? So that way, everybody who's donating is going to get something out of it. It's not just them feeling good about what we're doing, and it's not just me going on an adventure. You're going to get this full, I'd say like upwards 20 minutes plus documentary of us, like day to day, how we're doing. And I'm talking day to day, as in it's going to take us 7 to 10 days. If nothing breaks, it's going to take us 7 to days in the open ocean, which we have very little experience in. Overnight, like we have to sail 24 hours a day, so we're going to have to do shifts. And so you're going to be able to live on board with us. And that's one of the really cool things that really cool. Especially in this day and age, you know, everybody wants a webcast. Everybody wants a video about it. And actually Planet Eclipse, Leds, and those guys have been talking to me about some good projects to do. So they're going to get on board. That's our slogan, get on board, with the idea and kind of help out as much as they can as well by promoting it and, you know, tossing in some Eclipse stuff to give away on the site. But yeah, man, if I'm looking for help, so if anybody can kind of get online, go to indiegogo.com, type in Sailing for a Cause. You're going to see Scott and I in the Fandango on there.
on the open water.
On the open water. You're going to see that, you know, all the information. Plus, or you can go to my fan page, our Dynasty page, and you're going to see a link. It's a pretty funny thing, and it's really going to a good cause, man. I'm trying to get as much of the paintball industry behind it as possible, whether it's spread the word to people who are out there, or it's, you know, chuck in a couple bucks. You could have your name on the side of the boat, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I saw Pev when I saw his face. He's
yeah.
thinking about it already.
You know, so I think Pev went downstairs to go online and donate.
Donate. Well, and at the same time, of course, we are watching on the field. So something has happened on the field because I see some
I can't tell if it's an injury or if there's a bunker broken.
I think it's either a bunker broken, but it looks like an injury because I see people around it. Oh, actually, no. Actually, one of the bunkers is completely broken.
Okay.
So they're trying to fix that now quickly. And at the same time, gives us some time to tell you, first of all, this game, of course, is brought to you by GI Sports. And I'm up here with my good friend, Ryan Greenspan. So, Ryan, how this interseason, it made it more difficult for you guys to plan, and especially since, well, layouts and things aren't given away.
Right.
So how do you prepare now for a whole new series with...
Well, you know,
mental.
Not much has changed. The biggest thing is, like you said, the mental thing as far as getting everybody in paintball shape. And paintball shape isn't like actual physical shape. It's more like mentally. Like, we've taken a long time off, and I play regularly. And the guys try to play as regularly as possible. But, man, just getting all these guys back in that mentality of like, hey, it's tournament time. We got to focus. I was talking to the Impact guys, and like, we haven't played since Dallas, some of them, you know? So
it's a mode. It's a mentality.
It's a mode.
They just got to be in it, and sometimes it takes that first little twitch. And if you let it get too loose, I mean, it's
man.
You know.
And when you check out for a little while, you're like, oh yeah, you know, paintball.
That's how it worked. That's how it worked.
I'm just cruising around paintball, huh?
Give a quick update here. What we had was that's why I had to leave. I apologize, but we had a technical problem, and they wanted if you notice, one of the bunkers was having a problem with one of the bunkers. It's got a rip in it. So out there on that side, to the viewer's right-hand side of the field, they had a rip in that. I think that mini, right there in the middle.
Yeah, the mini temple. Yeah, the mini temple there. On that side. Yeah.
So that's what they were trying to fix to get them by for now to get it through the rest of the day. And then it looks like after the event, after today, they'll replace it with another bunker.
Oh, they probably will.
Oh man, they got bunkers on bunkers out here.
Yeah.
You're getting a bird's eye view for GK Paris about to break out.
Oh, little sidestep, didn't work.
So GK up the center, losing one body off the break. Outrage looks like they make it to the Dorito 1. So it's a 5-on-4 in Outrage's favor. Outrage on the screen right now, remember, in red, while GK Paris is in blue.
But GK having another great job going to the stand-up can, crossing off the entire Dorito section.
Yeah, well, you know, the tough thing about that stand-up can is when you're trying to cross off that section like he is, if the guy makes it out there, which he did, it makes that spot really, really, really tight. So you're literally living behind your gun. Same with where he is right now.
Well, he's trying.
Yeah. Well, now he's just basically bearing down on top of him. Just gunning. Oh, but this Outrage guy's gonna shoot him in the back. You see him on his screen. You're gonna watch. Oh, he feels the pressure behind him. You can see on your screen that the Outrage guy's trying to shoot the GK player, obviously, who's in the center of the field and gets him out. There
it comes.
Oh, but there's another kill right here. Oh, and he takes him out. You really got to play heads up, and the reason these guys are just getting shot over here by this snake guy is because GK just does not have a good sideline coaching going on right now. And that's what's really important out there.
Where did you find the weakness on this field?
It's hard to say, man. These Doritos are really, really powerful. But then again, there isn't necessarily a weaker or a stronger side. The snake side isn't as strong as it normally is. Usually you're like, oh, you got to get in the snake. That's where all the damage is done.
Right.
When in fact, it's actually really done on this Dorito side. If you can get past this Dorito too, you have shots on all that other side of the field. But getting past there is the tricky part.
Right.
Yeah.
Shame. We wish we had cameras on this side for the viewers at home because it'd been
Oh,
great to
on
see
that snake
this.
side? Yeah, where that boom
On this-
camera is, yeah.
Yeah. It would have been nice to have it on this side with the Doritos so
Right.
people can
Sure,
see
sure.
that better.
Yeah, man. You guys are doing a great job with this webcast. And for the viewers at home, it is really tough to show paintball on TV and make sure that everybody can see what's going on. But no, I think you guys are doing a great job. The booth looks great. The quality's good.
We're trying to bring more content as well.
Yeah.
Trying to get more people on, and also more in the pit stuff. More of the drama that's going on, so people understand. I mean, and just like we played for so long. The emotions of playing. A lot of the emotions are seen inside the pit.
Yeah.
So you walk off that field, and either whether you lost the point or won the point, either way, those emotions are all over the place. Yeah.
Oh, you should see it on our team, man.
Yeah.
Half of it's in Russian, half of it's in English.
Yeah.
And then there's who knows what I don't even know what the hell they're saying, and they don't know what we're saying either. So we're like, yeah, great job, and they're like, you're like, no, I think I said good. Tatiana, tell her I said a good job.
I don't know what they're saying half the time either when I can't understand them, and I tell the camera guys, I say, guys, I see the heads bobbing and the arms moving and flailing. Something's wrong.
Something's
Catch
wrong.
it.
So
Just
catch
get it on
yeah.
video. Yeah.
No, it's really good to get in there and get inside the pits, especially now with your guy. The pits over here in Europe are so much bigger.
Yeah.
When you watch the PSP webcast or the webcast over there, it was like there's a camera that's on the side of it, and you can't really tell what's going on, and there's people bumping into each other. But you guys can actually get in there and really see, because there's plenty of room for a solid 2-4 teams in there. So I like how this is set up on here.
Those are some of the improvements that we're appreciating to allow us to do our job, and also the players. And at the same time, I think it just creates a better atmosphere too. I mean, it's like
absolutely.
Not everyone's on top of each other, but at the same time,
no one's fighting for the third table.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I think things are looking good. I'm glad the weather held up too. That's another really important thing for having a good webcast and a good show and a good quality event.
And a lot of the feedback we've got, the viewers at home wanted to see more behind the pit stuff.
Right, yeah. Hey, man, I'm trying to Snapchat out there and running around. I'm getting yelled at, though, by the guys. I'm like, hey, I just got to throw a quick Snapchat and show what's going on in here. And they're like, hey, pay attention to the game. Oh, GK coming out big right here. About to tie it up, but maybe went a little quick.
Oh,
there's a 1-for-1
that,
coming.
there comes a
Someone's
1-for-1
getting one.
coming. That's a 1-for-1 coming.
Wow, that was a quick point.
Way to go, GK.
There we go. Tying it up, getting everybody a little. Oh wait. Okay, there's Nick. Letting everybody kind of watch what's going on. Get some extra paintball action here. Tying it up, making the game interesting.
All right, so while they're cleaning up this point here, a little bit more back to charity again, Cullen, make sure everybody knows about this. So the best opportunity, I mean, everybody knows where you are on Facebook. So,
right.
So, hit up your Facebook page.
Yeah, so my Facebook is, you just type in Ryan Greenspan. I'm all over the place in there, but I have a fan page. That's where I post most of my media, most of my information. And on that fan page, and along with the San Diego Dynasty fan page, that's where I post it as well. And you can find it. It's igg.me/@/Fandango.
Okay.
I know that's a lot of information, but again, that's pretty easy to find on either one of those two social medias. Or if you go to indiegogo.com and search for Sailing for a Cause, you're going to be able to find there. And again, read the mission statement because it's a lot more than I can really express right now. And again, it means a lot to me to be able to not only go on this trip that I've always wanted to go on, but be able to give back at the end, and it's going to help these guys. There was a huge hurricane last September that really devastated. Most people most people as in the U.S. heard about the tourism that got hurt in Cabo San Lucas, but what they didn't realize is that the fishing communities around there also got really devastated, obviously, and so they're a lot more bare bones. So, we're going to give these guys, along with Project Mexico, and give them our boat and just kind of sail down there and say, hey, man, we appreciate it. Because, honestly, I go down to Mexico all the time, and I've been to these small fishing villages, like going on surf trips and stuff. And, they don't have a lot, and they're happy, and it's really cool to see. And that's Mexico. That's Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Senor Frogs or something like that.
Exactly.
Those guys aren't getting my boat. It's
exactly.
it's these guys, these other guys who can really use it. And whether they can use the sailboat or they can sell it to buy a couple more of those little panjas or whatever they're called,
Right.
And go out there and sail, man, or fish, rather. It's gonna be a cool.
But
thing.
I think I don't know why a lot of these fans that are yours. I mean, just the fact of they can go out and if they make a small donation, I mean, they're gonna get a love from you, and I mean, and everybody loves that. I mean, these guys.
Oh, cool,
I mean,
yeah.
especially these kids growing up now. I mean, they're fans. A lot of these players out there, and there's nothing better than when you reciprocate, because one thing I've preached for years with sponsorship is these players, we got these kids who idolize us, and if you don't interact back with them,
absolutely,
you're doing damage. You're one of those players I've known for years that's always supported back with the kids.
Yeah,
and
I always try to get
great.
back and reach out as much as I can to our fan base, and that's one of the things I love about traveling is being able to get out here and be like, look, man, let's take pictures, let's sign, let's do whatever you guys want to do, man. Let's get back to the game. 3-3. GK Paris and Outrage on your screen right now, the back center guy.
Losing another player again off the break, going straight into the Dorito can, getting shot.
And Nick Sloviak on your screen, loading up that Spire. Okay, pushing these guys around a little bit. GK losing a player out of the back center, it looks like. He's taking a walk. But GK has a nice spread. There's two guys on each side of the field. Oh, Outrage making a move into the snake. Now, Pep, when I was telling you about that snake side of the field, you get into snake one, it's not that powerful. You can put pressure on this Dorito temple,
right?
But that's about it. You can shoot this snake corner or this Dorito corner as well, but it's not as strong as you'd think.
And
Do you like the M being part of the snake?
I like it, yeah. This is how actually it was in Puget last year, where the M was sideways along there. I think it's kind of fun. I haven't even been over there. I've just been playing against the guy in that side of that. So in that respect, no, I don't like it, but yes, I think it's kind of cool. It does make it a little tougher for you guys to get these camera angles in here, but oh yeah, here we go. Get a little action. Oh, he doesn't know where he is. This is going to be a nice little bunker setup if we can get him to come in here. Looking on your screen, GK in that 50 Dorito right there, putting some pressure across the field. You look at Outrage, able to drop the hammer. Oh boy, look at how close they are right here.
oh. Now that's a situation where he should have gone and get him a long time ago.
Yeah, someone should go get someone. Someone should get shot here. But what you guys can't see, and the reason that these guys aren't really making these moves. Oh, there's the move. There it is. That's the move right there. Oh, Outrage making a huge move. It is a 3-on-1 right now. He's posted down the tape on Nick Sloviak right now.
Do you think that since both teams were at tie points, they're managing the time is what they were trying to do right now?
Oh, no. Actually, I think they're trying to win the game. They're just doing it cautiously. But a 1-for-1 being pulled and Nick Sloviak being pulled out, which is devastating because it's this side of the tape. Now I believe is it a 1-on-1?
Yeah, it's a 1-on-1.
Oh,
Snake 3 against Dorito 3.
Yeah, it looks like that guy got a talking penalty. But someone may have just gotten shot now.
No.
One-on-one.
The German fans downstairs.
German fans just getting excited down there.
In this French battle.
All right.
Both on the 50.
Yeah, both on the 50. The Dorito, the M. So you're kind of checking right now. We're looking for the guy. You can see the GK Paris guy on the outside. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, where's he hit?
Oh.
Put your hand on your head. Wow. And they were both completely out of paint.
No, he had one pot. I think.
Oh, he does. I don't think he knows it's there.
On the right side, isn't he?
Yeah, I see it. I see the pot. I don't think he knows it's there because he was like he was just doing the old back pat.
His little entourage there when he made that move across the 50. He had 3 refs right there with him. I mean, sometimes that can really
definitely
give it
gives
away
you away
for
for
right?
sure. And it's like, hey guys, we're gonna catch it, you know.
Yeah.
So, with the discussion going on, how do you like as a player and then as a viewer, the split format thingy? So,
meaning 4 teams on the field?
yeah.
I don't really like it as a viewer. Also, I don't really like it as a player because I never know what my break's going to be. I like knowing I have 2 minutes. I can deal with that. I can get ready in 2 minutes, but I always know it's going to be 2 minutes. If I get ready too fast and I'm rushing and I have to be back out on the field, it's like the 30-second break, and then sometimes, like I was saying earlier, maybe it's a minute and a half. Sometimes it's 3 minutes, which is
call
great.
a timeout or something.
Yeah,
but
it's great.
Know,
Or if the other game goes long,
Right.
so we have extra time, and that's great. I get to take a little break. But I just like knowing when and where I'm supposed to be, kind of thing. It makes it more uniform. Plus, for the viewer, if I told my mom to watch this, hey mom, I'm on at 9 a.m. Tune in. She tunes in at 9:02, and now it's GK Paris and outrage. She's like, I tried to watch, I didn't know what was going on, and then all of a sudden you guys were on because I walked away and I saw you again, but then you weren't. So there's a lot of variables in that. Just if that makes any sense, I was talking my mom's point of view.
No, but you're right. Though. No, it's a very valid point. I wonder the same time sometimes. I mean, it's tough even on our side managing this production because you're trying to keep up. Even the time to afterwards to analyze the game a little bit.
Of course. Yeah, we're still talking about the game before. And it's kind of like if you wanted to put it in perspective. I know a lot of people have tried to make it similar to some of the similarities, find some similarities out there. But if Kobe Bryant hits an amazing 3-point shot to tie the game up, and then we're going to go over to the Bulls game, it's
exactly. Yes.
Wait, what? Let's see the stats, let's see these other things. Plus, the story isn't there.
Yes.
And then, obviously we have GI Sports as one of the main sponsors, but you can't even fit a commercial in between these things.
No.
So if we want some guys to be able to advertise and stuff like that, and we want to see some media and some content, there's not enough time.
Right.
We only have 30 seconds. Although you're getting all action all the time.
Yeah.
So if you just want to watch a bunch of games and no crap.
Well, that's the argument for us. I can understand the American argument. For us in Europe, we hate those 2 minutes because we only get ads thrown at us 24/7.
You're right. And I think there's a happy median, if we can get some good content leading up to it and get some good fillers. So maybe there's 30 seconds or 45 seconds of commercials, 30 seconds of commentary, and then a good filler of like a little bit of an artifact series from Eclipse or GI puts it.
Looks like two guys from GK walked out the back corner there. What do we have?
It looks like Outrage has the advantage over on the Cerritos side. He's all the way up there. Nick Sloviak is crossed up with his other player. I can't tell who that is. Only on the Snake side. Outrage has 4 bodies alive, so they have an advantage of 2.
And here he's trying to sneak into Dorito 4.
So he makes it all the way into this Dorito 4. This is where it gets a little tighter. Now Outrage needs to, because there's only 2 minutes left. Now they're playing it safe and they're playing it smart, but they need to get in that snake. Because these Dorito guys are doing all the work right now. Oh, Nick Sloviak takes the walk. And it is a 4-on-1. And look at that, the snake guy's just leaving his spots.
Well,
There they go. Good job, 19. Way to get in the game.
The dark hole. He didn't know what was going on. But now it looks like we're going to take it to a tie game again.
Mm-hmm. Tie game with a minute and 30 left.
So, but to continue with what we're saying and that's what I was getting to is, my problem with that is, so we're not going to see all the games during the day, because if you got 16 teams in a pro series, you don't have enough time during a weekend to 3 days to give all the webcasts. So then you would have, I don't know, by the luck of the draw, a dynasty game going over on the.
No, you can fit them all in there. We play 2 games. You can fit them all in, no problem.
4
in 2 days. Yeah, 16 teams, 4 games.
Well, you got to remember, because tomorrow CPL ends at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then the whole afternoon is lower division teams.
Yeah.
In all reality,
you can do it how they do in the States, where they commit only the CPL field is only CPL teams.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So like after this, for instance, they're going to probably play some more games tomorrow. Like you said, it ends at 1.
Right.
And you can easily get those games going on. You can
and think about it now.
1 game now, 2 games tomorrow.
We're going to be done here by 5 o'clock, and then actually 4 o'clock. But 5 o'clock, they're going to do the ceremony for the Nations Cup, and then we still have the Nations Cup till 7:30.
And then we have that little target shoot thing going on. Like there's ways to get and the one-on-ones.
Yeah.
So I understand how they want to use this field as the main field, and they want to let everybody play on it. But they can fit the.
But being a guy who's been in paintball for 30 years, I still come around to these things. Why? Because I love it. I'm still passionate about it. Okay?
Yeah.
I just haven't given up on it. But I want to see what goes on in the pits. I want to see what
I
want the story to unfold. I want to analyze the game. I want a guy like you. As soon as a point ends, I want to turn to Ryan Greenspan and say, "Hey, Ryan, what was the winning move there? What was the losing decision made on that field? Analyze it from your professional. I want to know that, right? But we don't have time to do that.
No, we don't.
But I think everyone at home they'd be captivated by that,
Of
just
course,
like I
of
am.
course,
like,
yeah.
You know,
because right now it's just you're just getting the game stuff, and you really want to see these guys out of breath.
Yeah.
Like literally fighting,
Throwing away their
like,
pods.
hey, can we get like a quick interview with you real quick? You know, like I'm trying to get my air and I'm doing this. But if there was a set amount of time, and you know that you have, 7 guys on the roster, who's not playing the next point? Can you give me a quick little interview in between?
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
you can, but
Yeah.
not when everybody's trying to figure out who's playing and what's going on. You know, so yes, there's a way to do each one. There's a good way to do each thing, and I think content is a huge is a very important thing.
Yes.
Making sure that the sponsors are backing it to where we're going to get
Right.
good content, good commercials. So when GI comes up and it's GI's the main title
Right.
sponsor, we got a GI commercial. We got a spotlight on a GI team.
Right.
You know, they put the packages together because in that package is what you're gonna is the way you're gonna fill those 2 minutes, rather than just a Raza commercial, a Dye commercial, and an Eclipse commercial over and over and over and over. Because I do see, yes, that is very, very annoying.
And it's important for everyone to understand. I mean, you know, we keep talking about GI, but, you know, GI came in as a big sponsor to save the webcast. Basically, they wanted to keep going because they thought it was important. And so that's why they put in that money. And they
totally
float the
understand.
bill the whole way.
Yeah.
But we'll
Industry-
gladly take other industry sponsors.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely. So here it is, the tie game. Oh, outrage, losing the body, running far over there. So it is a 4-on-5. Now, one rule that I just learned, and GK just lost on that side. So one rule I just learned is if you tie at the end of, the next tiebreaker round, at the end of overtime, if you tie, the team that has the highest seed going into the match wins automatically.
Yeah, I saw that happen with you in Edmond Impact today, right?
We had a great game against Impact, and we ended up losing because they were a higher ranked seed.
Yeah, it was a tie game. I'd already called the booth, and we had set up getting ready to go into overtime.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And they said it's preliminaries. We only do that on Sundays. On Sundays is when they go in the next overtime.
Yeah. So it went to single. It was single overtime tie. Sorry,
Shootout.
Polar Bears.
Yeah, then normally
Thanks for coming. So look at this. GK's got 4 bodies alive all the way up on this Dorito side. It is about to be curtains for these. Oh, GK losing Nick Sloviak on that other side, and he got shot in the leg. Oh no, GK throwing it away.
Oh,
They're
no.
throwing it
You're
away.
kidding me.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
2-on-1 right now, and the GK guys in the center, they just ran 3 bodies just into guns. Wow. But look at this, 10 seconds. They're not looking at the clock. This guy just needs to sit and hunker down.
Yeah. He's smart
8,
enough.
6, 5. Oh, we're going to overtime.
Wow.
None of these guys can figure it out. Woo!
No.
Wow.
And
Game.
no.
Oh, did they get?
No. No. Overtime point.
Wow.
Well, I'm surprised, especially, you know.
Hey, it looked like an automatic point though.
Yeah,
if he normally goes like that, it means an automatic point.
Yeah, but I think that the time had already been gone out.
Go to our trusty radio here. They're going to tell us what the
call's gonna
call
be.
is. Yeah. And,
We're gonna update you guys from the sidelines as soon as we get the call from the old trusty Orange radio. Thumbs up means we're not sure what thumbs up means. The anticipation's killing us. We got Job of the Head ref on your screen right now. And GK.
Automatic point.
Automatic point. That kid at 3 seconds decided he was going to run up the center of the field. Now, here's one thing you never do. And this is why you'll see teams throw in the towel when they're like, oh, we have 1 guy left. Let him try to win the 3-on-1. No. Throw in the towel so that last guy doesn't get a penalty. Or the last guy doesn't do something stupid with,
getting hit
and just continuing to run through the field. Like, what was he thinking he was going to do? Does he think he was going to – and he started getting shot, and was he, automatic hang.
I mean, he had an opportunity to let his team move into overtime, at least to regroup a little bit, re-energize, trying to come up with a plan, and try to start this over again. But instead, he just kind of threw it away.
Right. Well, the other GK guys kind of didn't help him out much to begin with because it was a 4-on-2, and they just all started running through the center of the field. So he followed suit with a quick run up the center of the field, getting blasted, spinning around in circles, and it literally, I think he threw that major at 1 second or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But I think same thing goes. It's like teams with experience. I mean,
Right.
guys like Dynasty, even Edmund and Beck. I mean, you've been playing long enough, especially you guys. I mean, you kind of you think these things and you think the consequences. When you get that
Right.
warning that says 10 seconds left, I mean, you guys already started the game knowing that you're going in the game tie game. Worst case scenario is we're going to go in overtime
Right.
if everything hits the fan, right?
If everything hits
prevent defense, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And the other thing is if I'm going to make a move like that, which I've done before, at the last couple seconds, if I'm going to make a move, if I don't shoot anybody and I even think I felt like I got shot, I'm already in the open and I'm already in the losing situation.
Right.
But I don't think they're going to be able to get the flag in time. So I'm going to put my hands up and call myself out as soon as I can and stop.
Yeah.
Because the second you continue to move and try to make a paintball move is what they call the rule as. If you're making a paintball move in action forward, then they're going to throw the penalty. And it's not worth it because, as you see, they just lost the match because he tried to
And maybe
do
he
too
wouldn't
much
have made it.
he
And
didn't
maybe
wanna
he
give
wouldn't
up.
have made it.
Yeah.
And I think it might have happened in your first game, Polar Bears, at the Impact game. I think you guys were getting ready to go into it worked out for you going into overtime, but
Right.
at the time I think one of your players made a move in that first game when you should have just hung back in defense.
Yes.
And I think
he was going down. He ran into it was Yuri from the snake corner ran into the snake
Yes.
to try to make something happen, but there wasn't anything to make
make
happen,
happen.
and he just forced it too much. And that's one of the things. It's a difference between Russian paintball mentality, which is go go go, attack attack attack, and the way we think it, which is let's attack when we can. But it's really difficult to teach that and explain that. Like, make the move when the move's there, but if you don't force it, we don't need you to make that move because if you just sit down, they have to come. That's the other thing. The other team wants to win too. And if you're up on points, then
They
let
have to
them
come.
come. But that's one of those things where I can't yell over to Yuri and say, "Hey, Yuri, let them come." Like all he heard was, "Hey, Yuri."
And maybe he didn't even understand that part.
Yeah, I might have pronounced it properly, So it is tough.
Anyway, thanks a lot for coming up here.
Right.
We'll have Shelley's jumping out of a plane right now. I heard something like
jumping out of
that.
a plane? Oh, lucky her.
Well, she did
I
that.
I
did
flew a
this
plane
morning.
the other day.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
well, it was great.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Shelley, she jumped out of a plane.
And then the last game
morning
of
and
today,
landed right here behind
Yeah.
us.
Toulouse
They're
Tauntauns.
getting ready to bring it onto the screen here.
Toulouse
Icon.
Tauntauns against Marseille Icon and ML Kings Prague.
All
And
right.
also, we've moved. The last game was moved
Amsterdam
up
Heat.
about 20 minutes early. So everyone at home, don't leave.
Don't go anywhere.
Stick around because the next game's
Yeah.
coming here
Yeah.
after this commercial.
And make sure to go help me out on that Indiegogo, man. Just try to donate or spread the word. It's going for a good cause, and it's going to be a great thing. Indiegogo.com, sailing for a cause. Thanks for the support.
All right.
Thank you, Ryan,
Thanks,
for
Ryan.
coming.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
See you guys later.
All right.